are.
You live now?
Yeah. In a couple of seconds, it will be on YouTube. Yeah, now we're live.
Okay.
So test voice.
Wait. I muted it because I coughed. Jesus. And wait, let's test the voice now. And wait, let's test the voice now.
Test.
And wait,
Think it's good. Test.
Yeah, I think it's good. Yeah.
Oh my God, Satoshi Nakamoto.
Yeah. Well, I just after I refreshed my stream, I actually lost the message of Lubush. I think his name was Lubush.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, shit. I don't know. I think it was Bitcoin, Cash, and Ada, Cardano, something like that. Oh, Satoshi. Yeah, Satoshi. Hello, Arnold Gamax. Happy holidays. I've been unable to watch the last live. Yes, we noticed that, man. We mentioned you in every one of them. Mainly because Bitcoin was pumping like hell, you know. So, so yeah, we mentioned you that for as well. So I thought you were just busy, you know, pumping that Bitcoin. But I've rewatched every stream, must see TV. Thanks to everything you shared. Okay, so yeah, okay, so then you know we mentioned you in every stream if you rewatched them all, right? Oh, thank you, Classic David. Yes, that was the message from Lubushmir. Yeah, I'm not sure what his name is. Lubushmir. Maybe it's not that. Something.
So BCH.
Yeah. So my memory is not cheating me. It was the correct one. So I'm gonna say okay. So welcome back, guys. I hope everybody had a good Christmas, right, and holidays. We still got New Year in front of us. So yes, yes, please Satoshi, let the alts pump. And yeah, this is what it's probably gonna be a hot topic today, right? Because alts are due to pump. I mean, we've been seeing them pump all across the market, so that's gonna be good. But let's just say, okay, today is 29th, so the next stream is going to be on 5th. So yeah, we won't see each other before New Year. So if that's the case, so everybody have a happy New Year, right? When it happens.
Yeah.
Yep, and hopefully, like I said already everyone had a good Christmas. And let me just close down the telegrams because I'm getting annoyed by the sound of beeps. So I really hoped that this time around I would start the stream of saying, yes guys, let's short Ethereum, but frankly speaking, Ethereum was too fast. Was just too fast, right? So the thing is, I wanted to do, and that doesn't say much because I wanted to go for a little scalp. Oops, shit. Okay, so yeah, again, I'm gonna have to warn you about this. Today I'm gonna have a lot of screen moving because of my mouse is double clicking and I cannot get a new mouse. I swear to God. I've ordered one from Amazon. It's gonna come here for like 4th or 5th of January. And every hardware store here is closed. I can't even get a new mouse. So it's really annoying as shit, right? But there's nothing I can do with it. So yeah, that was basically the scalp I wanted to play on Ethereum, right? I wanted to start a stream off, but then at the end of the day, it wouldn't even be filled, so it doesn't matter, right? So I was just wanna try to make this point. So yeah, last night Ethereum kind of started crashing, and if you remember, I even said it on the channel, like, this is it, bros. We hit the top of our TP, right? So we kind of said that this is our TP where we hit it. We had a really good time with that Ethereum, and if I'm not mistaken, it's actually been like 3 months since we've taken this trade. It was around here, so yeah, since October, yeah, roughly 3 months. So yeah, finally, I guess we did hit a good top on Ethereum. I'm not saying this is the long high time frame top. I'm not saying that at all because I mean, obviously, you're still high time frame speaking daily. You're still looking pretty hot, right? I mean, we're not gonna say any craziness here about that. But yeah, on small time frame, before I went to bed, I actually did stake a little bit of a long. I did actually stake a little bit of a long down here as well, you know, and this one, again, it wasn't filled. So that was basically the long I was looking for to hit. For me to continue with the short, right? So at the end of the day, if the long wasn't hit, so it's also good that the short didn't, right? So right now that was the kind of a small time frame analysis when it comes to Ethereum. You know, there was just couple of scalps you could have taken when the whole structure was formed, but right now we have to look at kind of a bigger picture around here, right? So if we go back to daily, right, there is a reason why we took profit take in this huge box that we had. Wait, what is that? Oh, that's BitMEX. Oh boy. Okay, so yeah, and you can see here, right? So definitely, you know, the reason why we took this one is because of the left side, right? So the left side was, this was the box, this was the kind of a mainish area on the entire chart that we wanted to take this TP from, right? for right now. And then the second one is gonna start at $900, right? So one thing that we didn't see is that we are now going to retrace down, which is this time around, this is not a correct analogy anymore. Even though it's quite a possible analogy, I'm not going to be aiming for that low, right? And this is exactly because a new set of structure was formed in the time that we last took this chart, right? So this chart was taken, I don't know, in like 23rd, we had a stream, right? So that was around here, I think, yeah. So the new set of chart was formed during that season, so I'm going to now delete this line, and I'm still going to say, yes, this is the box that we were aiming for, and right now we can retrace. So basically saying this trade right down here, still legit. Even if we go down on 4 hours, you will still see this trade can still be taken. Again, even though we've taken it once, it can still be taken again, right? This trade was actually stopped, and then we went to another one down here, which was a kind of a second area of one, right? But this trade, even though it was stopped that time, we can take it again. The only thing we probably have to do is kind of move the stop loss just a little bit, right? We just kind of want to go under this candle right here, so we get an extra percentage on stop loss, right? So due to the fact this trade is taken on the light side, right? This trade is taken basically on the safe side of the whole structure, right? So what you can do in one case, you can move the whole thing a little bit up, because you most likely, if there's not going to be an overreaction, and saying that is much because Ethereum usually always has an overreaction, that's just to my analogy, but this time around Ethereum is falling behind Bitcoin, or should I say it was falling behind Bitcoin, but now it's actually doing better than Bitcoin. So then there might be a little case of there, you know, that it won't overreact as much and it would actually not fail you here, right? So you either can do two things. You can move the area, make it a little bit fatter, or there's another trade possibility of taking it right here and you split the two, right? Split the difference in this case, or you take 2% risk, right? It's up to you. And if you take this one, the stop loss is going to be quite standard as well, right? It's going to be put under this, right? But yes, at this point, at 3, it's actually 3 to 4% stop loss. That's actually pretty good, yeah. So the problem of this case right now is, if you look at the whole chart, right? I mean, we've been long in it all the way up. So the thing is, right now we're kind of playing a little bit, right? We're kind of playing a little bit. If you look at it, we're kind of pushing our luck, if you look at it from that perspective. But at the end of the day, I'm not gonna say this is a bad idea at all, because you're just following a trend. And you know, it would be at some time, if you wouldn't be taking these trades, it would be even wrong to follow the trend, right? So wrong for not following the trend, right? So if this shit has worked all the time to up here, right? It might work again, and you have absolutely no reason for not taking it, right? You have absolutely no reason for not. So you might just take this trade and then, yes, aim for the $900 box, right? Obviously we will take some TPs in between, because you know, you're not gonna be like, if it goes all the way up to like, I don't know, to here or to here, you already make really good amounts of profits, right? And you still haven't made your trade break even. That would be actually a mistake, right? So yeah, but yeah, I am extending my Ethereum at this point all the way to up to $900, right? And I'm gonna be taking my TP there as well, at least for the main trade that I'm currently working at, right? So also, that putting that in question, yes, there's also one other one, is the current fact that Ethereum, like I said before, right? We have to start looking into facts. So Ethereum, for you to double the account, now has to go to all-time high, right? So it has to go to 1.4K for you to double it from here to up there, right? So now you gotta start thinking like what we've discussed before. There are gonna be a lot of other alts that gonna outperform Ethereum, especially right now that's gained so high, and when it's based off USDT, right? There are gonna be a lot of alts that are gonna outperform it, right? So part of my main trade is TPing at this box. My main Ethereum trade is, because I'm gonna be putting that main trade profits and its initial case, I'm gonna be putting into alts, right? And we've talked a lot about alts in the last couple of days. A lot of them even pumped for us, right? So the one that I was really excited about was Zilliqa, but I'm afraid that Zilliqa might not actually go that deep down. Wait, did we do? Sorry. Zil BTC was the one I was looking at. Yes, it might not fill us just yet. We will see if it's gonna fill us, but yeah, definitely this is one of the one I'm excited about, because you know, this one is gonna offer huge profit takes. Definitely huge profit takes, and it has a lot of chart to go. And also when you go to ZIL BTC, you still see that it's USDT, sorry, you still see some room left. Wait, was it Binance? Was it OKX? Nope. I think it was Binance. Oh wait, no, wait, no, it was ZIL BTC. What am I talking about? Yeah, ZIL USDT went over to the left side, so yeah, I'm not really excited about that one. No, ZIL BTC USDT, I'm out of it. Yeah, that one is too much overextended, right? But we had DOT. I think we had DOT. I released the DOT video today, so that one's pretty nice. We'll be seeing, probably gonna be filling this one for sure. Like DOT, Polkadot, right? I mean, it's one of the hottest networks, so I'm definitely gonna be filling a trade on this one and just trying to ride it. I hope it gives a better reaction as well, right, than it does. I mean, like from here to up here, or from here to up here, right? Something like that, looking something like that. But again, DOT, when it comes to it, I maybe forgot to mention in the video, it's not the best alt pick as well, even though it's a pretty safe alt pick when it comes to it, because they have so many new projects and they have actually good projects, right? It's not the best pick due to the fact that, again, if you look at the coin market cap, I mean, you know, DOT is like top 8 or something. Yeah, top 8. So yeah, 5 billion market cap. So again, it's gonna take a lot of fucking money, you know, to pump it up to 2x or something, right? Now, one of the things we could say, Link, right? So we all know the hot news. I'm sure if you follow crypto during the last past days, you heard the hot news, right? XRP got a huge fine of SIC, right? And right now they are facing $1.3 billion worth of charges, right? And yes, in the video I was like, shit, I hope people won't delist them, because, you know, crypto is supposed to be decentralized and all of that, and they should ignore the facts of, you know, they should basically ignore the real life problems, right? But the fact right now is it's not the same, right? So it's basically XRP is getting delisted not only from Bitstamp, it's also getting delisted from Coinbase, right? And Coinbase, maybe that one we should have seen coming sooner in that video already, but the fact we didn't, because we didn't know that Coinbase is going to be listing on the actual exchange at that time, so totally forgot about that part, right? So yes, now what I'm thinking of, Link is actually the next target of XSC, right? So the issue of that is, if they target Link and they actually find something wrong with it, and I'm like 80% or 70% sure they're gonna find something wrong with it, because you know how the early days of crypto have been, right? I mean, we all know many of the things weren't up to code, because crypto was never meant to be up to code, right? It was meant to be decentralized, so people didn't take all of the legal advices and actions they should have, right? And that's completely normal. I can't blame them for that, right? But the thing is, if Link hits that fine, which I'm gonna say that it's high chances of happening, what do you think Coinbase is gonna do, right? So the Coinbase at this case is a real big problem, because they're gonna go release their exchange on an actual real life, you know, New York Stock Exchange, right? They're gonna get their stocks done. And the problem is, you know, if Link is gonna get delisted, Link is gonna get charged by them, right? Coinbase will surely not take a bullet for them, right? They will definitely delist them as well. And you know, what I'm looking at, this chart right now, could have been a master short that you can pull in a market, right? So Link is definitely should be the one that we should be shorting, or should be looking for a short the next one, right? Because just imagine yourself a nice healthy 50% crash. Still doesn't lose the main areas of this left side, right? So it's still possible, because we have never retested them. So you even have TA support for it, right? So we're looking at 50% drop or 55% drop could happen in minimum, right? But also it could go deeper. So yeah, it could be potentially a really good short, right? You know what else makes this short so great is because right now we are on a position where we are so high up on Bitcoin, right? Wait, let's see. Let's wait how XRP will react the lowest. I'm not saying XRP is dead. You're understanding me that that's incorrect knowledge. I'm not saying XRP is dead. XRP is not dead. XRP has way too big of a market cap to die, right? There's definitely gonna be relief pumps and everything on XRP. I'm just saying about how there is a possibility of Link being next in line to target, or should I say to take the hit, and it's gonna be taking a giant hit if that happens, right? So yeah. Due to the position we are in right now on Bitcoin, right? So we all know that we are above the left side, right? Let me just hide this shit. Okay, so we are above the left side, right? So what's the issue right now was in the crypto markets, right? We definitely can short Bitcoin. at this point with our main funds, right? Because it wouldn't be logical. You're still bullish on Bitcoin, so it wouldn't be logical to short Bitcoin against the trend. But you can actually do that now on Link. If Link is gonna take the hit, Link can be your hedge position towards all of your else. I mean, should I say, towards your everything else you have in crypto. So Link could potentially be your hedge position towards Bitcoin, towards Ethereum, or towards any of your other altcoins, right? Because you finally have an altcoin which you're in that case you're most likely like 70% sure it's gonna crash due to the charges. And not only that, it's also supported by TA at this point, right? That it's gonna to where it can crash, right? So you also have both these things happening at once, because for XRP it wasn't that clear, but for Link, if that happens, it's pretty much clear where the Link is headed to, right? So Link could, in this case, be actually perfect hedge position in the bull market, right? Can act as a really nice one, and potentially, if you play it right, you can make money still on bull market, plus you can make money on short, which is a very rare occasion when it comes to markets, right? Very rare occasion, right? I mean, a good example of that would be, I mean, actually, you don't really have a good example of that, because, when we shorted oil, I mean, when oil went down last year, we didn't short that one, but when oil went down last year, it was actually due to Corona crisis, so everything went down, right? But I'm just saying, during those times, you couldn't or wouldn't be able to find a long position because everything was crashing down so fast, right? So yeah, I mean, in this case, you do have both of these options, right? So let's just check out Bitcoin. So Bitcoin rejected it before our 29K, right? So 29, 30K area, it rejected it before. It just created a wick. So you can see like it came close to our, and it's not like we had something to kind of balance where it's gonna stop, right? We just took a bunch of fib retracement tools and we said it's gonna stop here. And in this case, this one was good, this one was great for sure, but this one was close enough, we can say, right? And sometimes close enough is better than nothing as well, right? So right now for Bitcoin, I was thinking of doing the same thing as for Ethereum, but I would not be doing it until it goes under this, right? If Bitcoin starts going under this, we are not yet bearish. We're not yet bearish on high time frames, but I'm definitely going to be taking a short if that happens. I'm going to be taking a short if that happens on a pullback, right? So I'm going to be taking a short on a pullback. But again, if you're going to be taking a short like this, you also need to be taking a long right here, saturated long right here in this position a little bit. It's going to be around here. I'm not sure for the price action yet, but the long is going to be located here. And then we're just going to wait, right? And then we're just going to wait and see which way it's going to go. If it goes down, right, we get stopped on our long and we start shorting it a little bit more aggressively, because if you start closing underneath this round, well, you're most likely you ended the bull market, right? So you're most likely going to be having a bigger drops, or should I say bigger pullbacks. And if you look at it weekly, we already discussed that, right? Pullbacks can be all the way down to 20K, right? Or in this case, even lower. It can happen even down to 13K. It's absolutely possible, right? Let me go to this chart. It's going to be a little bit cleaner. So yeah, these points are still very much legit. Oops, and this, yep. So these points are still very much legit to where you can crash. Whoops, I'm gonna make it like this actually. Yep, like this. These are all areas, you also gotta mind, these are all areas. You can't use actual lines just for that point, or gotta draw areas, right? But it just gives you a sense to where Bitcoin can crash on weekly quite normally, right? So yeah, if you are going to start to get pullbacks on like 4 hours underneath this, definitely gonna be shorting some of this up there, and then hedging my positions on the long after that happens. But if it just crashes a little bit more, I'll just keep adding on short, and we will just switch over the position, or should I say we are going to switch over our current midterm stance, right? But that would not be bad for all, because yes, Bitcoin dominance would mean that Bitcoin dominance would go down as well, right? Finally, that would be it. So we got a little bit of a rejection at our last defense point. And this is our last defense points on Bitcoin dominance, because if we go over that one, I am not really sure where we can stop in this one, right? Because this one happened in 2017, right? I am not really sure, and I cannot point a good position here where Bitcoin dominance could possibly stop, right? Because I do not see this as a realistic part of chart if you look at it from that point of view, right? I mean, look, this is early 2017 where all of the projects, right? So immediately in 2017, every single project started coming out, right? Every single one of them that had I don't know, they just were started introducing some of the altcoins, right? And then we had this steep drop just because of it, right? And now we're slowly recovering, right? So from this point onwards, right, I wouldn't be able to tell if it goes past the 72 point. I wouldn't be able to tell where in this case it's gonna stop, because if I look at this, even from daily perspective, there's a lot of noise in it, right? The only thing I could possibly say this is to zoom in and go even lower time frames and trying to decipher something out of it, which in this case looks like a cancer, right? And it's not even that, even the chart is not loading, right? So yeah, so I got a bunch of problems here. So if I do hope that it won't go over the 72, I don't want to see it go over 72, but in this case, if it does happen, we are gonna have to, at this case, we're gonna have to wing it a little bit, right? We're definitely gonna have to be using some of the we're definitely gonna have to be not using the left side. We're just gonna be using, you know, reversal patterns. There's not gonna be any other options for us to do at that moment, right? So yeah, Bitcoin dominance not looking good at all, right? So I mean, if you zoom in a little bit on Bitcoin dominance, I was hoping that let's just drop fast underneath this and we're gonna have a good time, right? But so far it's still pulling back. But I still hope let's just drop underneath this and we're gonna get a lot more breathing space. If that happens, you can see that we can retrace for quite a lot and give a good breather to our altcoins, you know, and just potentially be winning at a lot of them. So wait, let me see a little bit answers. Thanks to you, Max. I went at $600 to 740 on Ethereum for scalp and flipped one short at 740. Jesus, Satoshi, that's what I like to see. I mean, okay, so you definitely joined a bandwagon a little bit late. That's 595, but that's a good short. Man, that's a good short, like I said. But also do remember that your short, if you took it right here, it's time to TP, man. It's time to take your profit take. Like right at the time you're watching the stream right now, you should be taking this profit take, because you don't know if it's gonna crash down underneath it. So if you're looking at the stream right now, please do take your profits of the short right there. You gotta hedge yourself, unless you're planning to take some of the long positions, right? Then that's totally different case. But if you're just in this short right now, you definitely need to close some of it and wait for it to crash underneath this, and then retake the short, or should I say refill it, right? Because it wouldn't be safe to hold it at the moment. Yes, I know, like we still have good chances of going underneath this, but trust me, you know, you don't want to be like gambling at this point, right? You're just gonna waste unnecessary profits if you do at this point. Okay, but yeah, definitely congratulations to the short. I'm really happy you flipped it over. I mean, I did only take the profit takes. I didn't flip the short. I actually wanted to short up here today as a scalp. It would get missed anyways. I wanted to do it on stream, but Ethereum was just too fast for me today. Max, when you can, please check okay, ZRX USDT. Oh my gosh, why is this coin looking so terrible? Oh wait, sorry, it wasn't terrible. I was just out-zoomed. Well, this one is easy. It's either this, my boy. It's either this, or we go now on a 4 hour, and we say if it doesn't hold this, you're dead. Bam. It's either these two positions. There's nothing else to take it. So I would either take, because it did gain something to the left side here, right? So I would either take this, long it right now. Wait, why? I'm having double click problems again. Long it right now for like 6% stop loss. I'm not gonna put it on the underneath this week, because I do think there's a little deviation there. Maybe if I go on lower time frame, let me see. Yeah, I'm still agreeing with the stop loss. So yeah, it's either long right now at 6% of stop loss, or you're gonna be longing it down here. I don't see anything else, to be honest. Like, definitely I then wouldn't be chasing underneath this, because I do feel like if it's gonna go under here, it's gonna fill this shit and go for this bottom part right here. Maybe we could do it a little bit more bullish, but that's about it. That's about it for ZRX. I wouldn't be doing it past that point. I mean, look at that. It did hit this shit quite nicely. We had a third profit take here and then just crashed. Damn. This one crashed fast, to be honest. You can see that it extended itself fast. So yeah, I mean, if this isn't a good example of, you know, you go up fast, you come down even faster, and this is, you see this shit kind of happening all around crypto, you know, it's just happening all the time. So yeah, you're actually true with that one. So yeah, ZRX, pretty straightforward at this point, man. Nothing much to say. I'm actually surprised. Okay, so we did have a nice trade. Okay, so I remember that trade on Kyber. I took it as well. Participated in that one, if I'm not mistaken. And now... Huh. Okay, so here I think I missed one trade. Wait. No, I haven't. Okay, so yeah. I have a feeling like this one is gonna go even lower. With the volume you're currently showing at. I mean, one position is taken again. It's gonna be taken right here, right? But the problem is, you kind of, yeah. I mean, you didn't test it deep. I would go for a deep then, something like this, you know. But the stop loss is probably like you can't possibly play stop loss here. That's gonna be too much, right? So yeah, that's gonna be like 10%. I just need that. But I don't want to be placing it this close. That's also one issue. I don't want to be placing it here because I do think that's too close. But in this case, I do think I'm gonna have to be placing it here. So yeah, sorry. So I mean, this is not the best altcoin to play. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. You got a lot better shit. Yeah, like if you wanna play with altcoins, then I like DOT, for example, is a lot better option right now than this. This doesn't look good at all. And I was also watching BAT, right? I was also watching BAT, and you know, BAT is also surprisingly bad. You know, it just looks bad, right? But then again, it has a really nice long position. It has to be taken if you wish to play it. But it's a 22% stop loss, right? Yes, it's 22% stop loss. It's absolutely huge stop loss, right? But this position is good here, right? This trade is much better than your KNC one, right? I mean, Kyber one, right? So yeah, if you have to take a trade, I would much prefer taking this one, right? I'm pretty sure there should be some main coins that should trade good as well. I mean, he said, let's check Bitcoin Cash. Bitcoin Cash. Okay, so we had some fun trading this one. So this trade was done already, if I'm not mistaken. So what the hell, I'm gonna clear the chart right now because I want to see what the hell is the next one. Okay, so Bitcoin Cash. Again, look at this. Look at this. Bam, bam. Look at this, right? A lot better stuff. A lot better stuff than what we were seeing on Kyber, right? But again, I don't think you can expect like X2 or something on this coin. I don't think you're gonna be outrunning Ethereum or something like that, right? And then I am afraid that stop loss is not gonna be the best either. Yep. Shit. If we either go with like a stop loss from here point, or we go like really low, which is then, oh yeah, it's gotta be under 10%. So yeah, stop loss is a little bit of a big one. You can't help it, right? And the profit take should be like this. So yeah. So, and then profit take, we're gonna be taking it up here. So it's about 22%, 21%. That's pretty good for the first profit take. I mean, we can't say anything against that. And if you go above that point, let's just go to a maximum, right? Let's just go to a maximum, like let's just aim for a new, I mean, a little bit under the previous top, and then you can see it starts going for like 50%. So that's pretty good on Bitcoin Cash. Again, Bitcoin Cash looks a lot better than Kyber again, right? So Ethereum, I actually think Ethereum might even go under this area in the stream. We'll see. Okay, so maybe it's time. So for lower time frame, if somebody wishes to take scalp, like low time frame, you still can take one scalp here deep, right? There's still possibility of taking one scalp deep, but if you do something like this, do not risk too much. It's like 0.5%, and you have to TP already at this point, right? So it's the point of TP is not too far away. I mean, it's quite close, right? But like we said on daily, the trades are happening here. And from what I'm seeing, if it's going to continue like this, the trade is either going to be filled tomorrow, and hopefully tomorrow, or today actually, right? But I do hope it's probably going to slow down and maybe dump during the Asia session, right? So yeah, the trades on daily should be taken today, but there's also a small possibility of a scalp, nothing too special, really deep on the 15 minutes graph, right? But I don't recommend playing too much with that, right? I mean, I don't recommend playing with too big of a risk on that, right? So yeah, wait, which one was ADA, right? Cardano was also asked in the comments. Let's check out where this one is going. Okay, so we're finally going to break this shit. Finally. Okay, so now, after this is like third stream, I'm watching the same graph. It's like the third stream, right? So what I'm gonna say is, today, wait for this candle to finish up here. If it does, this is your trade. Finally, you get to fill this trade, right? So just wait today. If this candle finishes up there, just go aggressive, grab a trade here. And if it goes even further up, like we discussed before, then this is your trade, right? I'm not too sure again for this trade just yet, because I want to see more structure. But yeah, remind me again next week. And I'm pretty sure this trade, if it closes up there again and doesn't fill you today, is definitely in effect. So yeah, this first trade is good. The second trade is still questionable for now. I want to see more structure happening there, right? But yeah, definitely a good trade. No. Again, better than Kyber. Okay. Everything seems to be better than Kyber, right? So yeah, Evgeny says, let's wait how XRP will react at the lowest point. Okay, so XRP, let's talk a little bit about that, right? So XRP, like, come on, XRP is still standing strong, right? Even if we go here, oh, XRP actually went under Litecoin now. Okay, so XRP still has 8 billion market cap, right? It will most likely lose some more due to the fact that just, you know, you're getting kicked off there. And I wouldn't bother trading XRP against Bitcoin at the moment. Definitely wouldn't bother. So what I would do, I would actually go one of the oldest XRP charts, add Bitstamp. Yes, I'm looking for Bitstamp. And you can see it's crashing quite heavily, right? So what I do, I would go back to logarithmic charts, right? And I would actually wait for this area, right? I can finally bring this area back into effect, and this area, this guy is right. Do not think it can happen. Like, do not think it's impossible for it to go to 5 cents. Do not think that. If there's any exchange that's gonna go to 5 cents, it can happen on Bitstamp. So you might as well, if you want to have time where you do super low orders, now is the time. I swear to God. Like, now you have really good opportunity to do super low orders on XRP, because shit can actually happen and it can hit that 5 cents or it can hit that 3 cents. And you know, this is one of the area that I don't actually care if it's delisted from Coinbase or it's delisted from Bitstamp. I would still take a trade at it, right? It's still a very worthy trade. The only issue it can happen here is if you're taking a trade on Binance and then Binance decides to undelist it. How the hell do you stop loss, right? I mean, because then you're gonna have issues with stop loss. So also, when you go in a trade like this, also have in mind that everything you're putting in a trade right now could also be wrecked, right? But then again, you could also be seeing 3 to 4x returns. Yes, XRP can easily go back to 15 or 20 cents from this 5 cents or even lower point, right? So yeah, it's a very worthy play from that point onward, right? It's a very worthy play, and you don't know if they will actually lose the thing on, if they will actually lose the courthouse, right? Sorry, the court date. We don't know if they're gonna lose the entire lawsuit, right? So that's still questionable. People are just panicking at the moment. So yes, if I was, you know, if I was believer in XRP, I would definitely go on right now and set up some real low bids, right? But not on Bitstamp, because you can. So yeah, I definitely still think that that XRP is gonna have good chances. But if I was a holder of XRP, then I wouldn't be exactly holding anymore, right? I mean, that's too unsafe. That's like throwing your money away, right? I mean, people can't realize that. But obviously, if you haven't sold yet, well, shit, you're down 70% right now. So it's hard to really tell you if you should sell right now or not, right? I mean, right now it's really hard to say. From TA perspective, like, I am never selling this shit. Like, fill like this, I would not be selling it. I mean, I'm gonna tell you that from TA perspective, right? But when you come to such heavy news that XRP is being dealt with, TA is not gonna be the best thing in crypto. It's like watching a stock, you know. There are some stocks that went from high up down to zero, almost zero, right? And if it gets delisted from everywhere, that's absolutely the possibility of going to zero, right? I'm sorry, I'm not gonna say zero. That's probably impossible in crypto, but yeah, it can go down pretty low. And one more problem that XRP has right now, they don't even have a Uniswap pairing, right? They don't have WBTC or W Ethereum. At least I haven't heard of one for now, right? So they technically can't even be listed on Uniswap or anything like this. And Uniswap, it is one of the hottest exchanges at the moment, right? That they're absolutely missing on, right? Okay, Don't you think that Theta is on the danger zone? Yeah, Theta is definitely a little bit on the danger zone. Yep. Like, I'm not trading USDT chart, right? I think I did a one on BTC. Like I mean, USDT chart right off the bat, like, I'm done on this one, right? I'm not gonna be trading it. Wait, I'm not actually. Let me check how much is the market cap of this coin. Ah, that's a wrong one. Yep, that's the one. 1.3 billion. I mean, due to the fact how fast this shit increased, like I'm pretty sure it's gonna have a great pullback as well. That's the only issue I have with Theta. I actually don't even know what this is about. There has to be some really extremely good shit that this increased for 2.8k percentage, right? There's probably some pretty legendary shit that they did, right? That I'm unaware of, right? But the issue is, I don't think I would be playing this chart anymore. But if you want to play it, well, shit. I mean, our last profit take is probably gonna be another buy area for you to play with. But it's definitely in the danger zone. I mean, look, I can't even look at it from the left side, right? Let's check Theta BTC. I think that was the chart I tried to play. Oh yeah, so the last, oh shit, this one played as well. God damn. Holy fuck. Wow. Oh, this one played out fast, or not? That one played on like, what was that, 7 days? When did I gotta see when I released the video. I'm not sure. I did tell a video last week, so I guess this shit played out faster than expected. And now again, the buy area for this one on the Bitcoin chart is gonna be a little bit wider sucker here. Well, this one played out definitely a lot faster than I expected on Theta. I didn't think it was gonna be that fast, but damn, I don't know what the hell they're packing in that thing, right? Like, what kind of news are they releasing that is so strong? I have no idea, man. Like, this is insane. Look, I mean, they're almost all-time high on Bitcoin as well. That's crazy, man. It did go kind of low, but due to the fact that Bitcoin pumped. But then again, if I look at it, oh yeah, they lost a little bit of an area. Oh shit, so it actually could have shorted this up here as well. Okay, so with this long, make sure you take TP already here. This long, because this could be bearish a little bit, just a little bit. But I mean, if they have some super good news like they have right now, then most likely not. But yeah, I mean, seeing it how extended it is on USDT, yes, this is bearish a little bit. Theta is the centralized YouTube alternative. Oh yes, you did mention that to me. I do remember now. So I guess I have to check that one out. Yes, I do have to check that one. Thank you, Robert G. I mean, shit, I did not know that they're growing so fast. It's absolutely insane how far, I mean, in terms of price chart, what they're doing, right? But it could be a little bit bearish on Bitcoin, right? It could be, right? So yeah, I'm gonna check that one out. I gotta check it out, Theta, then. Like, this is insane. Maybe I'm missing a really good play here, right? Satoshi says, yes, I will TP Ethereum. That is good, boy. That is good, Satoshi. You must trust into your Bitcoin and TP. Yep. You can see that's pretty good. And you see that was being a normal stance where I would take a scalp if it was higher time frame, right? But since the fact that you already rejected it here and you went kind of deeper here, playing here with the scalp is a little bit of a danger zone. But again, you are holding that bullish one, right? You are holding that bullish one as well. So you're not in danger just yet. But still, you know, that's why you have to TP. That's my sole reason to why you have to TP Ethereum right here, right? Because you don't know if it's going to crash underneath this. And if it doesn't crash underneath this, you're going to get stopped. And look at this, all of the profits you just missed, right? Especially if you shorted with 740, you said, right? You shorted right on top, man. It's epic. So you miss like 5% gains right there if you don't TP, right? Just for nothing. But if it does crash underneath this, well, you're gonna have a good time because you're just gonna add on to your short and you're gonna be having some good profits, right? Okay, Litecoin USDT. Let's see what's happening in this one. Why is okay? Oh, sorry, I wasn't getting on lower time frame. I keep forgetting on lower time frame, and then you know I go in charts. I'm like, wow, this is so shit, but not really because it's my fault. Okay. Wait, what did I say here? A Litecoin. Okay, so if it goes above this area, it's gonna test this one. Yes, so it did test this one, but I didn't have any TPs, did I? I wasn't trading this one. I wasn't trading this one here. I honestly kind of forgot about it, to be honest. I mean, the TP was for sure here, right? Before the new high. That's where we usually go for it. But this is actually the area that I would bet for continuation, right? Okay, so this area was not filled, so I'm gonna delete this one. What you're gonna do right now is, if you wanna thoroughly go for it, right, you gotta go jump on lower time frames again, and you have to take it here, right? You have to take it here underneath this. And this time around, you do not, well, I'm still gonna say take the TP here, right? Take it right here, but the next TP is what's the one that really matters. And the next TP for you, I would extend it a little bit up, bam, before this high, right to the left side. And now you're going to be looking at some great profit takes if that whole thing plays out. So if you fill this one down here, then obviously you can take it up here, and that's like, whoa, shit, that's 70%. I'm actually jealous that I forgot about that one now. Shit. And 50% here. I'm not so keen on this trade, right? Because after this area, yes, I would TP. Obviously, I would still TP here. But if I wanted to see real bullishness, it would break on first try. Like, I don't want to do this staircase. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do this staircase. Although the staircase are fine, right? Right? Because that's what you want to do, right? I mean, I may be contradicting myself a little bit. Maybe I'm spewing too much bullshit at this point. Maybe I'm overreacting when it comes to it. I mean, the whole structure looks fine. You're right, absolutely right. Just take the trade here. I should take it as well, and I should just target this one for the next staircase until it proves me wrong. So yeah, maybe I should be following my own rules right now and just say, I mean, it is building a stronger structure. So yeah, what you've just witnessed there, I'm just getting spoiled, you know, because I'm in crypto. It's just like I'm used to this, right? Going sideways, bam, bam. Going sideways, bam, bam, right? So yeah, actually seeing some actual staircases being built, like in terms of going up, doing some core structure going up, testing the previous structure going higher, testing the previous structure going higher, actually surprises me, right? So that's absolutely bullshit what I just said. Scratch that. Yes, this trade is very good. In fact, right? You're just building a stronger structure, and you should be doing that until it proves you wrong, right? Until it proves you wrong, it is absolutely correct thing to do. So yes, long this position, take it to here, $260, and hopefully it does happen, right? Hopefully it does happen indeed. So yeah, pretty good trade. Again, a lot better than Kyber, right? So if you want to take a trade here, definitely do it before you do Kyber, right? For sure. I took a scalp on REN USDT and it took off. Well, let's see what you did at REN USDT. Wait, did you took it here? When was this? Oh no, 24th of September. What the fuck? When did I do that? I don't remember that. 24th of September, that seems kind of far back. Did we not check this chart for like a million years or something? I'm not sure. I'm not sure where your entry was. But if it was around here, you kind of played it risky, not gonna lie. You kind of played it risky, a retested area or like a third retest on this area. So yeah, definitely not the best one if you took it right here. But if you took it any higher, if you waited till it reclaimed this, then yes, I like the trade a lot more. But this seems to not be, I don't know where we did this chart. I really don't remember. I still seem to be using the old color. I changed it to yellow, you know, just to have some distinction of when I did things, but I guess it was more than a month ago. So if you did this one, well, like 35 cents to 40 cents. 35 cents to 40 cents. Oh shit, you took it high, huh? My god. Okay, so I see what you went for. I see what you went here for. So let me just do an area, right? Let me just do an area to get a better analogy. 40 cents. Oh shit, man, that's normally what I would call a good trade. In this case, I'm trying to Satoshi, but I can't say this was a really good trade, because the thing is, right, imagine yourself now rejecting this third top, and you create a third top, and look how deep you went here, right? You actually lost some areas, right? And now you pump really high really fast. Now imagine if you reject this third top, where are you gonna find yourself, right? Well, most likely you're gonna find yourself either here, or you're gonna find yourself either here, right? So if you're longing all the way up to 40 cents, I mean, that's not gonna be good, right? because you're gonna probably most likely get wrecked on your last buy, right? That's the problem. So yes, I know your idea is now that you go from here and you test all the way up here, right? That's probably your idea. But the thing is, right now, the way you took it as a breakout trade. Or should I say, it's not even a breakout trade because technically you didn't break out anything. You took it right at the resistance. So now you're kind of a dangerous area where it can wreck you pretty bad. You know, it can wreck you pretty bad, and I can't even imagine where you place your stop loss. But if you did place your stop loss must be either it's wrong stop loss or it's wide as, you know, F. So I don't think even if it goes all the way up to 50 cents, you will probably not make a lot of money doing that, right? So yeah, either you jump in at 35 cents and you place the stop loss underneath this area somewhere around 32 cents, or you actually wait for the retrace on this super large pump, which again usually happens in crypto, right? When you get a pump like this. I mean, what is that, 65% pump? I mean, that's overextended. So usually you get some sort of a pullback, right? So yeah. I mean, be careful on this one. This one, definitely not too happy about this one, right? So I know you can do a lot better. Your Ethereum trade was a lot better than this one, sadly, right? With USDT. Okay, what happened in this one? So we did hit this, then we went to this. Okay, so this chart, again, it seems to be old chart because I'm using the old colors. So this one seems to be played out quite beautifully. Look at that, Arnaud. This is the masterpiece, right? Perfect. I mean, we use the crystal ball to analyze where the price will go. But yeah, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, yeah. So yeah, here, what the hell can we do here now? Let's analyze a little bit. Let's go on weekly. Oh, I see why I put those profit takes. Yeah. Those profit takes were high, and you can see those profit takes worked beautifully. Yep. And so far, I have no idea why we have such a huge weak candle here on weekly. What the hell happened here? I have no clue. That's a 35% dump, so that was either something bad. But the thing is, you know, that was actually a pretty beautiful refill. If I was trading this coin actively, that would be my refill up on feeding this profit take, right? And that's actually pretty beautiful. So I don't know which whale dumped this as shit, right? But the one that did made this chart perfect, actually, right? And sadly, now you don't have many trades here. The only thing you can do right now is go to daily. And the best case you could do, you could either bring a trade here. You could either, like, yes, I can make this box a little bit fatter, right? And a little bit thinner from the top. It is. And you can take the trade here, but the stop loss is most likely not going to be the greatest for you, right? And then what you have to do is you kind of have to aim for the exact top of the left side, right? Exact top of the left side. So yes, your profit take, the first profit take in this case would actually be 60% or 50%. Jesus Christ, that's a big percentage. Yeah, so I would say that's definitely still a good trade. Definitely still a good manageable trade, but yeah, you did overextend it just a little bit, you know, so so again, it could go wrong, but yeah, don't risk too much. Definitely don't risk too much. The high risk was down here, the high risk was, medium risk was here, and this is now time for a little bit of lower risk, right? So yeah. What do you think about 0.1 area on XLM? We talked about XLM a lot, right? 0.1 area. Oh yeah, it was already tested. I think we already discussed this one, right? I think it was already discussed one. This one was tested and we took immediate profit takes because the first area was just moon through. So this one was then filled and then it was profit take right here, right? And then right now, what we said, if I'm not too mistaken, is this has to hold right now and we want to see go move from here, right? We don't want it to go all the way down here. And if it goes all the way down to here again, I would be looking for a little bit lower, right? A little bit lower entry on it. I wouldn't be filling the top of the box. I would be filling the low end of the box because the box technically was tested. But this time is okay because if I recall correctly, the box is fat. Yes, it is fat, 12%. So yes, I would be bidding a bottom end of the box, not the top one anymore. So be careful there, Evgeny, you don't want to be, filling. Yeah, it's definitely a still good area, don't get me wrong, but you don't want to be filling the end of the box, right? So yes, I'm going to be signing here like, yes, fill the low end of the box, and that's it. In this case, right? So yeah, Roberto, as you said, Theta is decentralized YouTube. I'm not sure how their monetizing system works. If it's like, does it have higher rewards as YouTube or anything like this? But yeah, you'll check it definitely. I mean, YouTube right now, it's getting kind of silly, right? I mean, everybody is able to claim your videos and everything. So yeah, I get the point why people are actually looking for an alternative and why they might pump so much in that case, right? Okay, Max, I used a heat chart to watch the price when Ethereum hit 730 and they kept reloading a wall at 750, which gave me the confidence to flip 1x short at 740. I used trading light. Okay, so this is Satoshi. This is a really good point what you just stated here. To use the heat chart, right? And you can see, yes, you can see at this point of trading, I did so many areas that I don't actually need the heat charts anymore, right? I mean, I used the heat charts like once, right? I didn't know for the longest time that such thing even existed, but I used it like when some of my friends did. I mean, they talked to me about it. I used it like once, and then I've kind of forgot about it, right? But the thing is, I kind of learned myself to spot these areas before needing a heat chart, right? But in this case, there's no coincidence. The heat chart was there at 750, right? That people kept reloading wall at 750 because that was the main area, right? Our box was the main area, and we were kind of waiting for it to go sideways in that area, right? And as it starts going sideways, you just know it's going sideways for a reason, right? Usually, coins or stocks or anything, they go sideways because somebody's selling, right? You don't go sideways otherwise because nothing would be happening, right? There's less demand and more sell pressure, right? And that's exactly what's happening with Ethereum. So what you have to do right now, these people take profit, the price goes lower, and a lot of these people either buy back, or if they're still bullish on the whole thing, right? Or, they're done with the project, right? So they just move to the next thing, right? So yeah, in this case, yes, heat charts are a really good tool if you're an experienced trader, right? But I would stop using them once you get a hang of it, right? Because you need to be able to see those things without using any extra tools, because extra tools are expensive. That's number one, right? And it's just better that you don't rely on any indicators. That's just my point. I mean, that's just my take, right? But yeah, I mean, that was a really good short. So now I kind of better understand why I took that short, and it was actually good, really good, right? But like I said, your Ren trade definitely needs work, right? And if you took in that one on the heat chart based, then you kind of know why it's bad, right? Because indicators are hindering your views, right? You might have thought, look at that, there's so much bias going on at, I don't know, 37, 38 or 40 cents, right? That's super good, but you're totally missing the point that the whole thing moved like 70% in one candle, almost one candle, right? In one weekly candle. So you're most likely, and now you're kind of stuck at that one resistance, so most likely gonna retrace, right? So yeah, it can also wreck you bad. Bitcoin Cash chart, please. It crossed 320 to 330, which was strong resistance for last couple of years. Do you see bullishness? Okay, yeah, so we were just talking about Bitcoin Cash a couple of minutes ago, and yes, like I said, yes, we do see bullishness, right? This is the kind of trade I would feel now on Bitcoin Cash, and I would actually aim for the top of the Binance chart, 460. So that would be my new, because you can see, like you said, it crossed a really strong area. Right now I'm refilling down at this area, and I'm carrying it all the way up to the top of this left short side on Binance. And if it goes past this, then yes, we are feel free to use any other chart, because I know back in the past this thing went like to 2K. So I'm pretty sure on Bitfinex or somewhere else the chart is much higher, right? But we will do that in the next one when it actually happens, right? There's no reason for now to plan it so far ahead, because if you plan something so far ahead and then doesn't happen, people get pissed, so also gotta mind about this, right? .btc, wait, did I even check .btc? I don't think I did. Oh shit, .btc looks much worse than USDT BTC. .USDT, not so it actually looks a lot worse, yeah. I mean, so what I'm seeing right here is, you can also obviously see this is a very key area, right? Yes, this is currently a very key area. So I would give it two chances, right? So one chance is you wait now for the breakage of this area, and you go for it from the other side. Now it depends on how far it breaks. You have to move this green area with it, right? So if it breaks farther up, you gotta have to move it up to fill it a little bit higher, unless you're gonna left unfilled, right? I could do a fat box like this, but it's not gonna make much sense. But yeah, in this case I will, because it can You will have to be moving it, right? Or no, or you wait for this and you kind of wait for a rejection here and you go in bullishness, right? And the thing is, if you're gonna go in for this second one, right, this one right here, this one is not for sure to hold. This one is not for sure. This one is actually deemed as a risky one, right? So I can actually write here, risky one, right? And sometimes it pays off to take these trades in crypto, the risky ones, what I'm saying. But again, right? Again, depends what your style is. Do you want to be safe, or do you want to just, do you want to just go all in, right? So yeah. So if you want to be safe, wait for this to happen, the first trade. If you want to just go in it because you're feeling bullish, just go for risky one. There's no smart answer I can give you here, to be honest, with the risky one. It's either gonna work, it's not gonna work, right? I can't say it in advance if it will. And then your question is, the volume is big, legit? Well, okay, to some degrees, everything on Binance is probably has some sort of a market maker behind it, right? I mean, this was how the whole thing on crypto was built in the past 2 years. I mean, all of the real volume actually died down, right? So I'm not gonna say the total volume is actually real, right? I mean, there's definitely a lot of real buys in this candle, don't get me wrong, right? If there's some fake volume, it's probably like in this candle, it's less than 20%, right? So yes, a lot of these buys are real. And I'm actually saying in this case, I do believe the most of the volume is real because they have a lot of good projects, right? I mean, DOT is really one of the best and hottest networks at the moment, right? They are not on top 8 for nothing, right? And if they're gonna continue like this, they're definitely gonna overtake Bitcoin Cash or Litecoin in the future, because their use case is at the moment it's a lot bigger than theirs are, right? So yes, you could be seeing Polka at around $12, $15. It's not impossible at all, right? So I would agree with that one, right? So I would agree with that one as well. So yes, there is probably a lot of real volume here, and seeing a spike volume like this, it's definitely not a bad situation, right? It's definitely a pretty good shit seeing that going in. So yeah, what you want to see now is something like this, right? Or a slow decline in the candles, right? And then go up a little bit and slow decline of the candles. That's the kind of volume we want to be seeing right now, because if it goes back to this volume, it's not going to be good, right? It's most likely going to go drop the risky one trade again, right? So yeah, you want to be looking at something like that when it comes to it, right? Somewhere around 0.1. Yeah, Evgeny, like we were talking about, right? That was XLM, right? Yeah, so like we said, somewhere around, I'm not saying somewhere around 0.1, but like I say, I would be buying the bottom of the box. So yeah, somewhere around, because those 0. Yeah, 0.1 is pretty good area here. I can't say it to that, right? It's a pretty good area. It's most likely you're gonna see a reaction on it. But like I said, for safety, I would be buying the bottom side of the box, because it was tested once, right? It was tested once, so we have to be careful there, right? Thanks again for all of your insight, Max. I will push myself to not use the heat maps and focus on price action. Believer in the max theory. I mean, it's not a max theory, man. It's like there's plenty of people that have done this before me. Plenty of people. Most of them just don't show themselves, right? And I'm not showing any magic here either. Crypto, believe it or not, it's much easier than standard markets. If you would have been pulling such I'm gonna say such basic trades on the regular markets, you probably most likely would get wrecked, and it's not my theory at all. It's just a theory of price actions, and crypto really respects this for some reason. I don't know why. Maybe because the overall quality of market makers is a lot worse than it is in regular markets. There are not that much algorithms when it's coming around, right? But yeah, when it comes to it, like, once you gain one main area, you're most likely going to go to the next one, and vice versa, right? So once you lose one big area, main area, you're going to go and lose it, and, you're most likely going to be shorting it to the next one, right? So it's just using simple logics at this point, right? And you can see they work wonderfully. They don't work 100%, not at all. But, I mean, this year, we had an incredible year. You got to agree with that, right? I mean, this year, our odds worked out many, many times, right? I mean, I think our hit ratio... Like my personal hit ratio, I was already saying, like on the crypto, it was like 70+%. I had the most amazing year in crypto. But like Vita ratio, because obviously I don't take every trade that I do in Vita ratio was probably pretty good as well. It's probably above 50%. Didn't keep count, but I'm pretty sure it was above 50%. Oh yeah, so yeah, thank you Satoshi. Yeah, please do subscribe to our channel. Why not, right? It's totally free, right? What do you think about Bitcoin or Ripple bottom? So yeah, MJ, I was already talking about Ripple. I was talking about XRP, not on BTC charts. Like, forget about Ripple on BTC charts. It just doesn't make sense to trade it, right? It's too dangerous, right? So for Ripple, I said, now is your chance to have some of these low buys come in, right? You can set up some of these low buys from 5 cents to 3 cents, and maybe it gets hits in the future because, there could be a massive whale who's just gonna dump after Coinbase will block trading, or if Binance block trading, right? Or something like that. So yes, you have a chance of of setting some real low values in. But if I was just watching it from the TA perspective, right, I would be trading it right here. Like I said, I would be trading this one right here. But the issue of that one is like, I'm not really comfortable at the moment. Like, I don't want to just wake up in the middle of the night and it says, oh, look at that, Binance delisted XRP. Then I'm totally fucked. I just don't want to be seeing something like that, right? So I'm gonna be abstract of trading this one for a while, definitely even here. But if it comes to 5 cents, I'll definitely take a trade at it. And I'm not saying that's gonna be a bottom or that's going there. I'm not gonna claim that at all. I'm just gonna say, right, I'm just gonna set a couple of bids. If it happens, it happens, right? If it happens, we can easily get 300 or 400% gains on it, right? But also have to remember that it's also, if it gets delisted everywhere, you won't be able to sell, right? So yeah. XTZ. Yeah, XTZ. Oh yeah. Oh man, I was just like, you read my mind, Evgeny, right? We talked about this one so much in the past, and you can see how beautiful this chart was, right? You saw how beautiful this one is. But I was just watching it last night, actually, right? I was just watching it if this one is gonna do something, and because it's still on my most wanted list, right? But the thing is, it's just not doing shit, right? I mean, this one is moving really sad compared to all the other ones, and it's still on a high market cap, right? If I'm not mistaken, XTZ, right? Tesla's 1.5 billion market cap. Holy shit, did they grow a lot. I mean, so again, right, it was really good in the past with us. I mean, it reacted on all of our areas, but right now it's just pure sadness, man. It's just pure sadness, right? So I'm not really trading this one at all. I had this area here and it got missed, and I didn't even have orders in, so I don't even care that it got missed, right? Because it's just too slow, right? I don't know what to do with it, right? And how it looking at from this point of perspective, right? If you don't manage to hold this area, right here where we had the trade in the past, here that is worked beautifully, right? Well, fuck, then it's most likely gonna go down. It's gonna go down all the way down to here, right? Or even lower in this case, right? So yeah, I'm gonna do, because this big game so close, I'm gonna have to move this area even lower now, sadly. So yeah, so that we're going to get wrecked at. So yeah, you can see XTC Foundation apparently owns 25k BTC in treasury. Like, yeah, I heard their treasury is really big. Yes, I know that. I heard the rumors that the treasury is really big. But at the end of the day, if you're not spending that money for, I don't know, any things like that, it doesn't really matter, right? I mean, have you seen any influencers talk about XTZ recently? Because I haven't, right? I mean, I've checked Twitters. There's no mentions of them, right? There's no mentions of them anywhere, to be honest. I haven't heard about XTZ this entire bull run almost, right? So I don't, like, even though they have this giant treasury, it doesn't help them, right, if they don't spend it on marketing, right? And I'm not saying they should spend it on marketing, and that's definitely not the best case to spend it. They should spend it on development, to be honest. Exactly, yeah, what the F are they doing, right? Yeah, well, I guess they're just, enjoy being rich and they're slowly doing their products. Or maybe they just need some time to develop their products, right? Because essentially crypto is sitting on beach, yeah. I mean, crypto is like, if you look at crypto, we want everything instantly. If you look at how hard it's actually to keep focus on one project, it's extremely hard, right? I mean, in the regular markets, people would go all over this chart. They would say, look at this chart. This chart is so interesting, right? But in crypto, we look at this chart and say, look at this boring shit. You feel me? A chart like this would be a big thing in regular markets, right? Because look, I mean, just look at it, right? It made what, 400% one side, then it dropped 6%, right? All happened in 1 year. And sorry, it did that twice. Sorry, 300% dropped. Whoops, Jesus, dropped 70% and 300% again, right? I mean, that's crazy, right? But in crypto, we named this boring just because it didn't do anything in the last, I don't know, 3 months, I think, right? or not much, 100 days, we just think this is boring, right? And yeah, we are kind of special for that in crypto. Let's be honest, right? I mean, this coin did planet this year, so it definitely deserves its red. So if they need actually some time for development and they will start marketing it next year, I'm totally fine with it, right? I'm totally fine with it. Let me just check one last coin before I go. TTCI, let me see. Anything interesting happening on this one? Okay, so this one is crashing. So now the most likely trade is going to be filled here. I'm going to move this one a little bit over. This is, again, one of my most favorite coins throughout the whole year. And then this, I mean, at the second half of this year, or should I say at the end of this year, it wasn't that interesting at all, right? So again, it was super interesting through the first half of the year, but then second half, totally boring, right? So yeah. Again, so I guess we can wrap this one up. Arnaud, we answered all the questions. We did all the analysis. I mean...
Yep. We'll do same time next week.
Yeah. Yep, same time next week. So the same time next week is going to be on the 5th. So, okay, guys, seems like we are not going to be seeing each other again in this year. We're going to be seeing each other again in 2021. Wait, my view on BTC. Oh, yeah. Okay, I guess. Like, the thing is, Max, as I was saying... Wait, MJ, not Max. Whoops. Okay, so as I was saying... If it goes underneath this Bitcoin, then this is your long position. And when it goes underneath this, I am going to short the pullback on Bitcoin as well. That's my viewings at the moment. And I'm still going to wait on 30K if that happens. You know? So it's pretty much basic, right? So if it goes underneath here, if it goes under here, you short it and you long it here. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, safe New Year to you too.
Yeah, and you long it here. Short it here, long it here, and you hedged. And then you just wait in which position it goes. If it goes under, you short it some more on pullback. If it goes above, right, obviously you're not going to long it because you're in the long still, right? And then this is your next area where you have to be waiting for a sideways, right? So yeah, pretty basic overview of the Bitcoin at the moment. Nothing too much to share, right? I mean, I guess I still have to write a Bitcoin analysis on this one, but I mean, right now it's pretty basic, right? Yeah. So yes, guys, we will not be seeing each other in this year anymore, right? I mean, we will be seeing next year, and hopefully next year is gonna be good. And when I mean good is by real life good, because trading, I don't think 2021 is gonna be better at trading. Let's get this point out, right? There was so much percentage to be made in 2020. I don't think that 2021 is going to get better in terms of that, right? 2021 is probably going to be worse year for me personally in trading. I do think that because, you know, I don't like to cheat statistics, and statistics right now are heavily into my favor, right? So I know I'm going to have to be paying back for this sins in the future. But I do hope the new year is going to be better when it comes to real life situations. So yes, we all know that we are talking about COVID and all of the financial situation, all of that shit, right? So yes, would like to wish you a happy new year, boys, that you have a good one, and that you can hopefully blow off some steam. I mean, our country is unlocking our doors for 2 days so we can party a little bit. But still, I mean, even though if you go out there party, still try to stay safe, guys. You know, it's definitely not 100% safe, right? So yeah, still, you know, do keep your mind on it, right? A little bit. Have a look. Oh, Robert G saying, have a look at some BTC miner stocks and platforms. It's been a great year for them during the bull run. Better gains, I'll do fiat gains. I mean, shit, you actually make a good point there, Robert. Didn't even cross my mind to check some BTC miner stocks and platforms. Definitely not. I mean, I guess, Arnaud, we could actually do that in the future.
Yeah, maybe another video or something.
Okay, if you can just drop me some of this, names for. Oh yeah, okay. Copy that. Arnaud, and save it. You know, we're gonna actually do something about this in the future. Yeah, so yeah, I'll check it out for the future. So yeah, thank you for watching us, guys, and hopefully we're gonna have the next. I'll copy this one. So hopefully we're gonna have a next great year as beyond we had today. I mean, that's as the one we had right now, right? And hopefully we're gonna make some more gains next year as well, right? But for now, just try to enjoy your times. Try to spend some time with families or friends or whatever, right? And yeah. Thank you for watching. See you next time.